Take it to trial. Take it to trial. Welcome in, grab a seat, hit the like and subscribe. Cause Sweet Peas on the mic with that spicy little vibe. Got the courtroom streaming in the chat, going wild. We're debating heavy topics, but still laughing like a child. From objections to confessions to the judge's side eye. If it's justice and it's messy, we gon' talk about why. Every day's a new case, every moment's a ride. And when Sweet Peas in the building, we be learning with pride. Mine's on deck, keep the room running smooth. Film freak therapist, you know, keeping everyone in the groove. Right to with the facts, pretty brown girl with the sass. Moreldia and Fowler keep the peace in the chat. But Jason walks in and the ladies collapse. Chocolate. Take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the laughs run wild. Sweet Peas got the spice, she's the queen of the aisle. Chat fam rolling deep, we've been here a while. Lights on, mics up, we gon' do this right. Take it to trial, every day, every night. Take it to trial, trial. Morning shows are sharp, afternoon is on fire. And we catch every moment that the court might inspire. From witnesses whispering, the lawyers trying to hard. You know Sweet Pea breaks it down like a legal tarot card. Chats cracking jokes, dropping theories on the fly. We're serious when it counts, but we still testify. Minds hold it down when the trolls
gotta figure out where.
you write a line, court adjourned for the day. But when Jason logs in with that deep hello sound, the ladies in the chat, man, they all fall down. Take it, 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 take it to trial, where the truth gets loud and the laughs run wild. Sweet Peas got the spice, she's the queen of the aisle. Chat fam rolling deep, we've been here a while. Lights on, mics up, we gon' do this right. Take it to trial, every day, every night. Take it to trial. When the sun goes down and the cases get deep, after dark gets spicy, no secrets to keep. Taboo topics, big laugh, slap, happy crew. Sweet Pea says behave, but we never really do. It's opinions, confessions, stories untold, but we handle it with heart like the chat made of gold. Hey! Take it to trial, from day to night and every wild mile. Sweet Peas nearly strong with her trademark style, and the fam in the chat always makes it worthwhile. Turn it up, show some love, hit the like on sight. Take it to trial. Yeah, we live tonight. Take it to trial. Yeah, we live tonight. Take it to trial.
What's up? What's up? Happy Sizzling Sunday. I'm calling it a Sizzling Sunday. I don't know about Sunday Fun Day, but I'm gonna call it a Sizzling Sunday. Yeah. Oh, okay. So check it. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. What's up, Barbara? Hey SD. Hey therapist. Hey Christine. We got the ladies in the house. We about to rock it out. Ladies. Okay, so check it. I was in the dollar store. There's not a dollar store that, if anybody knows me, y'all know that I be mad at Dollar Tree because nothing is $1 up in there. So I went in there and I found these glasses and I was like, okay, well, you know, I know it's not going to be $1, even though they probably only worth $1. If I can show y'all my receipt, it wasn't not one thing on there, not even a stick of gum was $1. So over the dollar store, but we'll see how long they last. I can't wear them the whole string because they would drive me crazy. Yeah, like, I don't know. I don't know. They probably won't last long at all, right? Whatever. Yeah, it's like maybe they for little kids. They probably some little kids glasses. Like I probably don't even have no reason to be wearing these. I don't know what y'all been getting into this weekend. I know we had our premiere. They are cute. Look, Barb. I couldn't figure out which ones I wanted to do. I need to drink first. Okay. Hey, look, drunky. My shirt is like, it got like all the drinks. And then it say like, What it say? Making spirits bright, but with drinks. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make some spirits bright with these drinks. Yes, I got this, and then I got this. Yeah, yeah, I got all types of little. I went to the dollar store to go get some. Yeah, I don't know what I was doing. I was in there getting some wrapping paper. I found like the coolest stuff for wrapping paper and stuff this weekend when I went over there. Because now this is what I will get at dollar store. Let me show y'all real quick. So I don't know if y'all like me, but when I'm wrapping gifts, I get real irritated, right? Because you gotta get the bow, you gotta get the sticker, you gotta write the name, you gotta do all of this stuff. So I was so happy when I went into the dollar store. Now they probably all don't stick. I'm probably gonna have to put extra tape on it, but it's the thought that counts. Look, y'all, they have already the labels with the bows. So I am going to literally be able to just peel this off. It already has the bow. I don't have to put an extra bow on it. I don't have to buy a bag of bows. And I'm going to be able to put it on the gifts. When I seen this, I was like, oh, now this was worth my trip to the dollar store. That's not the dollar store, but whatever. Yes. Yes. Isn't that cool, SD? I thought it was awesome. I tell you, it's the small things in life that really get me excited. And that just brings me to why we are here today. So, in all fairness, if y'all anything like me, like I do not care for going to the dentist in no shape, way, form, or fashion. And once I get a good a clean bill of health from the dentist, I'm like, yay, right? You don't have to worry about, they're gonna be talking about you need to get some cavities filled, you got to get some teeth pulled up, and if they tell you need a root canal, you probably like, what the fuck? And the dentist can be very expensive, at least from what I've noticed and what I've seen. So that brings us to the case today, because we don't typically, I only cover like stuff like this, like when it's like just weird to me or just shocking, I guess would be the better word. So I was running down my timeline. I knew dentists were corrupt when I was going to the dentist, for my regular cleaning, and during Thanksgiving, they was handing out sweet potato pies. I'm like, how are you giving me sweets? Well, sweets rotting my teeth. They was giving out sweet potato pies and pumpkin pies. I'm like, no. That sounds like he just trying to keep me coming back. Like, why are you even offering me these sweets? Bootleg. Like, here, take all these candies. You come up there in the dentist's office and they got a whole bucket full of candy, Lifesavers and Jolly Ranchers. Nope. Nope. They shady. Absolutely. So today we're going to be digging into, of course, we are in Fulton County, right? They didn't put a whole indictment on this guy. And y'all know, we know Fulton County. Like, I believe that most of this stuff is probably, what they're alleging is probably what it is. But what was the bigger concern to me is that RICO in Fulton County is being handed out like parking tickets. Okay. They don't think of just regular charges. With them, it's always a RICO. Like, they handing out RICOs like parking tickets. And I'm like, well, don't nobody just get regular. It's no Reggie in Fulton County. Fulton County said, if you do any type of crime, we're going to find out all the people within your crime so we can hit you with a RICO. And the sad part is that with YSL, because that's where the YSL Young Thug, if you guys don't know, that's where that case was tried at. And of course, we had all types of drama regarding that because that trial went over for like a year. And everybody ended up taking plea deals. So I'm gonna take us into like a brief introduction from the recent news report. Our guy that we're going to be talking about, his name is Brandon Lillard, not to get mixed up with Dame Lillard or anybody else. His name is Brandon Lillard. Now, it's to my understanding that a lot of his stuff was based off of TikTok. I do have the entire indictment. We will go through pieces and parts. I'm not going to keep you here for 65 pages of me talking out the side of my neck about stuff that I don't know. I am going to do the hit and miss, and we going to read through this and see what he was doing and what Mr. Brandon and his crew was doing down there in Fulton County. I tell you, everything down there a little suspect, but I don't know. So let's go into the. I'm gonna play the news report that I found. Mind y'all, just so for context purposes, he was actually arrested in October of 2024, and this indictment just came down in I believe it was like November, December. It just became public not too long ago, as far as the actual indictment. So here, we'll listen to their recap, this news station.
Dillard appear from jail before a judge. The expensive smile from his popular social media pages gone in his mugshot. Dillard called himself Atlanta's top veneer specialist, but Fulton County District Attorney.
Now, what I would like to say as we're watching this video, this is in Atlanta, Georgia, Barb. What I would like to say, and some people won't agree with me, but he got to be one of the, I don't know. Can you call him I can't call him a dentist because allegedly he's not a dentist, but damn, he can work in my mouth. I don't know. Shoot, I could see how everybody was getting trapped up, but whatever. That's just me.
Fonnie Willis calls him a dangerous criminal.
This is an illegitimate operation. The problem,
y'all know our girl Fannie. Gone Fannie.
Is the consequences are to one's health.
Last October, we were the only media there as investigators raided A-List Smiles Atlanta. Prosecutors allege that Dillard pocketed more than $4 million from 2021 to 2024, while the indictment alleges patients suffered damage to their teeth and mouths. Last year, Christy Brown told me.
So we'll be going through the actual indictment, so I don't need that part, but oh, wait. I'm like, well, what was he doing? Like, if I walked into the dentist office and that was my dentist, or he was about to do some cosmetic, I don't know. And I like me some chocolateness, right? And he not even chocolate, but yeah, whatever. I'm telling you, I mean, yeah, you talk about Smile Dental. Let me let y'all look at this one more time, because maybe they went through it too fast. Just so y'all can see. Y'all telling me y'all wouldn't let this work in y'all mouth like on any given Sunday. You see this? Did he look like he's from the Young and the Restless? What was that guy name on the Young and the Restless? Shamar? But y'all know, people like him, they just be doing way too much. And I do mean too much. People be out here pretending all the time, Barb. I know he look like Shamar more to me a little bit from the side. He can't be that from the side therapist. Just from the side, just the side. Look at this. 6,000 investment, veneer training class, January 28th through the 29th, earn up to $50K monthly. So my guy here, not only was he being a fake dentist, he was offering how to teach other people to be a fake dentist, allegedly. You say, sorry, no, he ain't no Wesley Snipes, girl. Did a dentist turn him in? Not that I think I got an idea how he got turned in, and we'll get into that, and we'll probably come up to our own conclusions. But man, all right. Well, I'm just gonna say, in my opinion, he got a nice smile. Can we at least give him a nice smile? He don't even get a nice smile. Whatever. I'm gonna let you go with that one. Talk about some Wesley Snipes. Sure, girl, Wesley Snipes. I mean, I don't know. It teaches on. I don't know. I would probably can go with what's his name? He played in The Best Man. I mean, he pretty. Okay, we can get that much. Okay, I just see it from the side. She said, "I'm sorry, Wesley Snipes is hot." Okay, so what y'all can see right here, I was able to get the indictment because I was interested in exactly what is going on. Why is they calling him a fake dentist? Like, what is this all about? Now, before we get into like actually, oh yes, Morris Chestnut. There you go. Now, not Morris Chestnut when he was in Boys in the Hood. He had to grow into his manhood. So once he got into The Best Man, yeah. But when he was in Boys in the Hood, I was like, oh, he looking scraggly. Nah, I can't do a Tay Diggs. Terrence Howard, he a little pretty boy to me. Like, I want you a little rough around the edges. I'm just saying, as a dentist, I wouldn't mind, as a dentist. Keyword. So right here, we are going to be looking at this 113 criminal counts indictment. No, we are not going through all 113. I will not keep y'all here for that. But I will go over some of the most important things in regards to it. Now, remember, this is not a verdict. These are only allegations, but they're serious, right? And they're detailed and they're extensive. And tonight we're just going to read over the indictment and breaking down what the state must prove. Okay, so let's start with the basics. So this is my first thing. Okay, so we got 113 counts, right? It's filed in the Fulton County Superior Court. It includes the Georgia RICO. Now, as I stated before, this is the same statute that YSL was charged with. Okay, so what prosecutors are seeing as they stack as many counts, remember, we have 113 counts. What that proves and what they're trying to prove is they're trying to say that this is not accidental. Each count represents a specific act, right? Transaction or victim. You say, well, whoo, he ain't no dentist though. Yeah, you right, Barb. He is not no dentist. He didn't. And what makes me mad about all of this, and this is just a side note, he was smart enough to do whatever he was doing. Why wouldn't you just take those smarts and go to school and get your license and do what you're supposed to do in order to practice on people? Because you were smart enough. Like, gosh, you were smart. Like, I don't know if I can teach myself how to make veneers, put veneers in people's mouth and all types of stuff. I don't think I would be smart enough to do that. I don't even think I would take the time, but I'm like, well, if you done went this far with it, why not just get licensed? I don't get that. But needless to say, side note, he didn't. So now what we can expect with the RICO. RICO is about not just one bad act, okay? It's about patterns, it's about structure, it's about the intent that's behind it. Now, to convict on a RICO, the state must prove 5 things, right? If one of the 5 things is not proven, remember, these are the 5 things Like it's the same concept as a YSL. And remember, we are in Fulton County where we're seeing that they have charged some slew of people, like hundreds of people. It was like 100 people in that YSL indictment. All those people in the indictment, and I don't know, did anybody go to jail beyond it? I don't know. It was a case that we seen how not to do a RICO. So it really raised my little antennas when I was like, Fulton County, oh gosh, not again. But maybe they can get it off. So let's start off with the first one. So first, the state must prove that an enterprise existed. That the enterprise does not have to be illegal on paper. So just because he has A Smiles listed, I don't know if that's the name or not. It's something A Smiles. Just because he got A Smiles on a thing. Oh yeah, here we go. Is A-list cosmetics. So just because he has A-list cosmetics on a thing, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's illegal and that it's an enterprise. It can be a business. It's a group of people. It can be multiple companies, an operation that looks legitimate on the outside, right? Because if you see these different places, A-list cosmetics, the veneer collection, any of these places that's listed in the indictment, you wouldn't think any different. So now in this indictment, we'll notice that the prosecutors are alleging that the enterprise operated through multiple businesses, entities, and associates with a common purpose, right? It's all generating this money, dollar bill, y'all, right? Through illegal dental and medical procedures. So that's our first one that we have when we're looking at this indictment, and when they actually, if it goes to court, what the state is going to have to prove. Now, just so everybody knows, a state RICO indictment is not as aggressive as maybe a federal one. They do have some leeway. Okay. So that's our first thing that we have to look at when we looking at an indictment. Second, the prosecutors, they must prove that the defendant was associated with the enterprise. So that can mean leading it, directing it, benefit from it, making decisions. Ownership is not required. As long as you in that loop, right? Part of the group. I'm be rhyming like my man. So prosecutors allege that our guy Brandon allegedly helped control, did direction, that he also financially benefit off of it, of course, right? So step 3 that they have to prove. So we're on 3. A pattern. It has to be a pattern. So that's where all these 113 counts come in. So they just do count after count after count after count. Every count that they can prove, they putting it in there. In Georgia, the law requires at least 2 predicated acts. They have to be within the last 4 years, and they have to be related to each other. Not isolated mistakes like this was just a mistake, here, and they can kind of like prove it. So when they're looking at this, they're looking at, was there theft by deception? Okay, well, if you practice in dentistry without a license, that might be a problem, right? And if you got a license or not, that you don't have a board certificate. Insurance fraud. Now, I'm not sure how they were able to build insurance, and hopefully that information will come out in the trial. I was thinking more, a lot of this stuff was probably cash payments, right? You give me $5,000, I'll give you a whole new grill. But what's really, really strange about this, when we think about, remember guys, he made money off of this, like money. So that means people did reviews. People were saying that he was great. Everything worked out fine when they went to this cosmetic surgeon for their veneers or dental work. And that's what I found strange. Like, all these people had to been hyping him up, because remember, they're saying that he was a very well-known cosmetic dentist in Atlanta. So we have the battery, that falls up under there. Any false statements, illegal drug possession. And when we're talking about illegal drug possession, we're not talking about like, you know, our coquicana or whatever y'all want to call our cocoa beans, or, you know, our little methy people. We're talking about like, you know, they use certain drugs when they doing these type of surgeries, right? So in financial transaction fraud, and that's just, you know, you give me some money, you know, you getting paid off of this and you're using it for your own means and necessities. Hey, Franklin, how are you? So I just wanted to kind of like let y'all know in regards to that. So now we at step 4. Now, the connection. This part is very critical, right? Because this is where things were falling down when we were talking about the YSL. The crime must be committed through and for or on behalf of the enterprise. And if anybody watched the YSL trial, y'all remember this was really like, because people was like, no, I was just doing that stuff, just do it. Like I needed some money, so I did it. Or I did this because it affected me. Nobody was saying when they were testifying, hey, I did this so YSL could be bigger or YSL could be that. Like they were not getting that type of testimony, even though that's what they wanted to elicit from their RICO indictment. So it has to be something that is on behalf of this enterprise, which would be this dentistry, right? But the prosecutors alleged that the enterprise was used as a cover. The enterprise collected money and the enterprise enabled the crime. So there are going to be, we're going to see 2 main people on this indictment. I can tell y'all about now. It is going to be Brandon. And then there's another guy named, his last name is Soto. I just kind of glanced over it. But Soto actually does have a license. He's just not licensed in Georgia. He licensed in the District of Columbia or somewhere. He's just not licensed to practice in Georgia. So there's actually a licensed dentist, and maybe that's how they were getting it off. Okay, so number 5 is the intent. So RICO requires intent. So not negligence, not ignorance, not a mistake. So we got to remember those things as we looking at this indictment and what the state, quote unquote, allegedly has and what they're trying to say that they did. Prosecutors must show that the defendant knowingly and intentionally, you know, participate. Like they'll rely on like the repetition. They'll rely on the documents. They'll rely on payments, communication, the volume of the victims. And we'll get into some different things that people said happened to them in these indictments. So now what I want to do is, yes, I have told y'all this man got 110 charges. I'm not doing 110 charges on no Sunday, sizzling Sunday. I shall not. That's not gonna work. So what we will do is we will go over some of the things that have raised the eyebrow, right? If you get enough people complaining, yes, a lot of charges, Barb. There's a ton of them. So let me bring up, we'll start off with, now, guys, this is just forewarning. Like, these people, dentist work, cosmetic work, if you have had it, or if you know somebody that have had it like I do, it is very expensive, and you want what you get, what you paying for, right? It's very important. Like, I'm not paying you $5,000 to fix my mouth, and I'm going to come out and have bad breath. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, and I don't even know what veneers is. Like, let me see, because I'm so silly, because I don't know. I know I still just got my real teeth, so I haven't got to that point in life where I need veneers or need to even experience anything with stuff like that. So let me even look and see why I'm talking about this. Okay. So a veneer is a layer of material placed over a tooth. Veneers can improve the function of the teeth and protect the tooth surface from damage. There are two main types of material. Okay. I don't know, but they sound like they're expensive. And I remember when we was watching, when I was listening to the Diddy trial, 50's baby mama was like, Diddy didn't like the way her teeth were, so he went and got her some veneers. So they're like front tooth caps. I don't know, but good grief. Okay, so now I know a little bit about what veneers are. Because I tell you, I was like, I'm looking at all this. I ain't never looked at the definition of veneers. I was like, I don't know. It just sounds like it's expensive dental work. But if just a word of advice to anybody, this guy, they were not only doing veneers. We will get into complaints where they couldn't just stop there. They started where they wanted to do lip fillers. They are doing non-cosmetic BBLs. So, like, they're doing it all. Now, if y'all anything like me and y'all don't take nothing away from this stream, but listen, do not let the mouth doctor be the same doctor that's working on your ass. Like, we are not doing that. I don't know how they had this separated, if they were promoting things in the same area, but the mouth doctor cannot tell me anything about my butt. Okay? If you go to Red Lobster, please do not be expecting that your steak is going to be like the Roadhouse. We are going to have some boundaries and some expectations. Okay? That's the first thing. Don't tell nobody that Sweet Pea didn't tell you. You are not to go in there expecting certain things. Do not go to the soul food restaurant looking for something totally different off the menu. Just because they have it on the menu don't mean that they're going to be great at it. So when I found that they had something in regards to some BBLs, I was like, huh? He could have never sold me on that. Like, how you know what to do on my butt when you're supposed to be the expert about my mouth? But some people were thinking that. You say you would rather get dentures. I know, just let them fall right out your mouth. They probably didn't got them better now. Okay, so let's start here. This is gonna be our first one that we gonna review. And I'm like, what these people got to say about this? How did I want to do this? I want to do this like this, I think. Oh, it won't let me do it like that. Let me see if I can do it like this. Nope, it won't let me do it like that. I'm trying to find a good way that I could do this where I don't have to be like covered up all the way, but it's gonna make it where I'm covered up all the way. Okay, and I want to move this because I couldn't really tell what it was gonna look like. I'll move that over there. Okay, for purposes of this. Okay, so this is the first complaint that I pulled out of the criminal. This is number 70, guys. It says on or about December the 2nd, 2023, an associate of the enterprise acting under dealer's direction committed a substantial step towards performing an illegal medical procedure by offering to perform a non-surgical BBL procedure to an Instagram user with this name here. So, yeah, they're offering BBLs, right? Number 71, on or about December the 9th, 2023, dealer performed illegal dental procedures consisting of periodontal cleaning, right? Periodontal cleaning, installation of a crown, and broad detriment. What, debridement? I don't even know what that word is. I ain't even about to try. Debridement. Do I got it right? Whatever. On the victim, Sharon Hodge. Now, this person paid $3,000 for this procedure. $3,000. $3,000 just for your mouth to be messed up? Are you serious? And I'm like looking at it. So now here's another one on December the 12th, 2023. Diller and associate performed, let's see, this is in my way. At the direction of Diller, they performed illegal dental procedures consisting of placing of veneers and installation of a bridge to victim Brittany Lucas at A-List Smiles in Atlanta, Georgia. Lucas paid approximately $5,000 for the procedure. Oh my goodness. Lucas made multiple follow-up appointments at A-List to have her veneers repaired. The procedure caused Lucas to experience a broken tooth and an infection, and several of the veneers and the bridge dislodged. What? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. Eventually. So count number 75 on December the 28th, 2023, Diller and associates of the enterprise acting under Diller's direction performed illegal dental procedure consisting of placing of veneers on Teresia. And this is again at the A-List Smiles. She paid approximately $9,000. She made multiple follow-up appointments to A-List Smiles to have her veneers repaired. The procedure caused Garrett to experience abscesses, tooth pain. Oh my gosh, you know, if you get a toothache, you talk about want to throw your whole dang old mouth out the window. The procedure caused Garrett to experience this. Oh my gosh, she later saw corrective treatment from a licensed dentist to repair the damage to her teeth, and she probably had to pay them. Hey, Dandy. Dentures and booty. I know, but that's what they got. You can get it all in one shop. You can get your mouth fixed and get your ass fixed. It's a one-stop shop, baby. And that's what we got going on from our guy. And it's like, shoot, you can come here and get it all. This is a one-stop shop. Let's see what else we got. What else want I pull? Okay. This one says, on or about December the 28th, 2023, he was definitely busy because these is right behind each other. They took performing an illegal dental procedure on victim Brandy Harrison by receiving a $1,000 deposit from her and scheduling an appointment to be held on December the 27th, 2024. Now, the procedure was not performed because the enterprise was shut down. Because remember, they got shut down. They were shut down, thank goodness, October of 2024. Okay. So by the time she had paid $1,000 for a procedure to be performed, but they were shut down because the law had came in and kind of like shut everything down. So I have on April the 11th, 2024, an associate of the enterprise acting under Diller's direction. So they saying Diller was telling all these people to do all this stuff. Committed a step towards performing an illegal medical procedure by offering to perform a non-surgical BBL. Yeah, procedure on Instagram. So a lot of their promotion was on Instagram and TikTok, because they was like, he the TikTok veneer doctor or something. Now, on or about October 3rd, 2024, Diller committed a a step towards performing an illegal procedure on Andrew Williams by scheduling an appointment to remove his braces. So damn, like they doing veneers, they taking out braces, they got lip fillers, they got butt lips, they got it. Oh, I'm telling you, if this is not a one-stop shop, I don't know what is. You got it all in one stop. So let me get this up. So those are the ones that I pulled out in regards to our victim allegations. A lot of these people, when you're talking about their mouth, you know, your mouth is sensitive, like depending on like if you got a cavity, oh my gosh, could you imagine? And then you got all of this stuff. So people complain that they had, you know, bad breath after this, and you know, because they didn't got all these infections in their teeth. You know, they got the little nasty mouth, the I don't know mouth, like I guess the eat ass mouth. I don't know. They got permanent dental damage. I mean, that's a lot. In some cases, victims, you know, they did have to go get corrective surgery. So that means that they had to come out of their pocket for more, you know, for more dental procedures and having to go through that and having to build that trust with another dentist to be in your mouth. So the indictment alleges, of course, there were illegal procedures. Some of them that we've seen, the veneers, they were doing crowns, they were doing tooth shavings, they were doing injectables, they were doing butt lifts, all types of stuff. And they were doing a lot of these offerings on social media platforms. And then when we were talking about the drugs, so the prosecution alleges that illegal possession of drugs like the lidocaine, dental, and the injectable fillers, antibiotics. This is not cosmetic. This is like serious sentencing aggravators, like these things that they did to these people, all while taking their money. Let me get up our full indictment really quick because we're going to go back to that. I'm going to take this down and then we're going to go back into this indictment and see what else we got here. And then I can be back on the screen with you guys. I don't know how much time he would get SD. I don't know, 113. He need to plead out. That's what I say. He need to plead out. But that's just me. Yeah, wait a minute. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me get back up here so we can, sorry about that. I want to do this like this. I will be side by side with this here. Okay. So, y'all let me know if y'all need this. Can y'all see it? I know y'all probably won't be able to see it as big as me. Okay, so it says from January 8th, 2021 through October 5th, 2024, Brandon, together with other known individuals to a grand jury, operated A-List Smiles, a fraudulent business operation. We already know about that. So these list all of the different businesses. They saying, you know, Dillard, he did have, the only thing that he had was a GED. He did not have a high school diploma. He has no degrees, no professional qualifications, and he does not have a license. Okay. So they operated up under these businesses. You know, they were removing braces, the different things that we had kind of already talked about, installing bridges, crowns, porcelain. So this is how they have put together their RICO indictment. The grand jury was like, yeah, like, no, you cannot just do this. Now, this is the other person that's involved, the Soto Moreno. Like, they conducted training courses. Like, I don't even know how they thought that they were that bold to do that. Like, how you not gonna be a dentist, but now you about to teach other people how to run illegal dentist practices? Like, because they couldn't have given no certificate. They couldn't give them no diploma. They couldn't license these people. So the people that were actually taking these classes and paying this $6,000, they didn't have anything. Or am I missing something? So they say Soto Moreno was licensed as a dentist in the Republic of Colombia. He had no license or authority to practice dentistry or conduct such courses in Georgia. So victims paid thousands of dollars to participate in these courses, which included the basic equipment, classroom style instruction with live demonstrations, and certificates of completion that falsely suggested that the training was lawful and that it had authorized participants to perform dental procedures. OMG. So the fraudsters were sending other people out here to do bad things that they didn't know of. Like, these people probably thought that they were really getting a certificate, and yeah, what a fraud. So he also Dillard also created the veneer collection to sell the veneers related products, to kind of like cross market them. So he relied heavily, they're saying, on social media, including Instagram and TikTok, to do this stuff. Now, they do have 9 people that are also included, and we'll start hearing them. There's 1 through 9. I don't know. They're not naming these people. What I can tell you is the individual one, whenever we hear individual one name, just so y'all can know, that person must have had an intimate relationship with him. I can only tell from different things in the indictment, and they kind of tell you. So it says, at all times, the indictment for individuals 4 through 9, they were employees of the enterprise. They performed day-to-day operational and administrative tasks, including answering the phone, scheduling appointments, cleaning facilities, performing and assisting with dental and medical procedures, and performing other routine functions necessary to maintaining the criminal enterprise. Now, these people, will they turn? I don't know. Would they tell? I probably would tell. You know, like, maybe they don't want to be bothered with that. Okay, so let's talk about individual one. Individual one was an associate of the enterprise, and they served as the second in command to Dillard. So this is the second in charge, like a boss. Individual one was in a romantic relationship with Dillard and resided with him in a luxury condo. Of course, they purchased this using this enterprise proceedings, right? Proceeds. Individual one was listed as an organizer of A-List Cosmetics LLC at the time. So they oversaw and directed certain aspects of the enterprise's operation, including performing illegal dental procedures. Individual one received substantial personal financial benefits, including cash, designer clothes, luxury vehicles. Of course, in the condo, guys, they were like 1.4 million. I did look that up and see it it's in this indictment. Now, the individual number 2 was an associate of the enterprise, right? A director. Now, this is one of Dillard's childhood friends. So they handle payments, scheduling, communication, administrative operations, and things like that. So individual 2, that's what they did. Now, what I find really, 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 really strange about this is individual 3, guys. Individual 3 was an attorney for and an associate of the enterprise. So they even got the attorney up in this. Individual 3 also advised employees and associates of the enterprise to falsely claim that their unlicensed and illegal veneer procedures were performed solely for theatrical purposes in an attempt to exploit what? A loophole within the Georgia law governing the practice of dentistry. Oh my. So individual 3, also the attorney, was advising Dillard and individual 1, the girlfriend, the boo thing. I don't know if it's a girlfriend or a boyfriend, but they were advising both of them on methods on how to conceal evidence and shield the enterprise's assets from law enforcement to prevent their seizure. So they even had the doggone attorney. Wow. So, and then the rest of the people that's included in the indictment are 4 through 9. They were employees, like I stated before. Now, the other thing that I really wanted to go over with y'all that I thought was really, 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 really funny. Funny, but not funny. But funny, but not funny. Let me get down to it. Like they tripping. Okay. I mean, like they couldn't do anything, y'all. Once they took everything, they tried to give a raffle. The raffle was even included in the indictment. I kid y'all not. They put the raffle in here. They're like, none of this was yours to be doing nothing with. Wait a minute. Okay, so that's just with the courses. What I want to get down to is once he got arrested, because he did get arrested October 4th, 2024. Sorry, he got arrested October the 4th, 2024. He did go to try to get bail. Bail was denied, but he came back later that month. And to all accounts, from everything that I can read in Odyssey, it appears that he had to do a $10K cash only bond to be released. And I think he did pay that. I think he's out. I don't think he's in jail right now. So just so everybody knows, because I know a lot of people was asking. Let me see. Okay, so this is when he's in jail. So while he in jail, they still racking up counts against him. Because, all these jail calls is recorded, but apparently these people don't get the memo. Like his attorney that was working with him was telling him how to hide assets and how to keep Georgia criminal division on him, but he didn't tell him the things that he needed to do just in case he get caught and he go to jail. So they did the search warrant. It was executed on October 3rd, 2024, somewhere around that time. He was placed in custody. So it says on or about October 3rd, 2024, individual three, remember that's the attorney. No. Individual 3 advised Dillard. Okay, individual 3. Let me go back up here because I want to make sure that I'm correct in this. Sorry, guys. I was so concerned with individual 1 and I wasn't even worried about individual 3, but let me see. Who did we say individual 3 is? Because it's going to be very important for context, right? Okay, individual 3 is the attorney, y'all. I don't think he was put in his indictment in the beginning. Like, I don't think he was charged in the beginning, and that's why we're going to get this information in regards to this phone call. Watch. So individual 3 is the attorney. Remember, individual 1 is the boo thing when we doing this. What type of boo thing? I don't know. So on or about October 3rd, individual 3, the attorney, advised Dillard and individual 1, which is the boo thing, on illegal methods to conceal evidence and shield the enterprise's assets to prevent their seizure by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. So I think that originally they were not even probably looking at charging individual 3 until individual 3 got caught on his call. I bet you during a recorded telephone call while Dillard was incarcerated, the following exchange occurred. Individual 1, which is the boo thing, Brandon, really quickly though, do you think I can be able to go to the bank and get it out? Because the attorney, because she's boo thing is saying because the attorney said like they're gonna freeze the assets. The attorney steps in because they all on the same call together. Whoa. Hold up. Stop. Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Shut up. What are we doing? Do not have any of those conversations on this phone, Mr. Dillard. Shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. Dillard said yes. The attorney say, look, if you don't want to get out of jail, talk freely. Have at it. These calls is recorded, fool. Dillard says, absolutely. Individual 3, which is the attorney, says Fulton County has a whole department that listens to these in real time. Come on, man. Like, what are you doing out here in these streets? Dillard says, absolutely. Individual 3, the attorney says, and the conversations cannot be had on this phone. Cannot, will not, should not be had on this phone. The attorney goes on to say, listen, y'all. The attorney, he's the attorney now. When I was a DA. So not only is this an attorney advising Mr. Dillard how to do all of these things, they were previously a DA, a district attorney. We worked on in civil asset forfeiture. So basically, every single thing you own will likely be seized. Let me make that very clear to you. Diller says, including my home, individual 3, our attorney / prior DA says, so once they go, so that's why I'm like, don't talk about what we discussed. And individual 1, which is the girl, the boo thing, I'm just naming the boo thing, says, I'll talk to Brandon one-on-one because they unintelligible. He was seeing some BS up under, I can do some attorney-client privilege calls. Individual 1 says, okay, shoot. Okay. Yes. So, like I said, this was a recording phone call. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. Like, really? I promise y'all, I think this is how they got the attorney into the indictment. I think. That's just my opinion. I'm not sure. I don't have any proof of that. But I think this call right here, this former attorney, former DA, I don't know if they were a DA in Fulton County, but they were giving our guy Brandon, ways to try to get around this. And hey, no, we can't talk about this on this call. But hey, we got attorney-client privileges. I'll talk to you on my own. But we can't talk about this right now, right here. So we don't have any names. They're just naming them as individuals 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 through 9. What I would say is that doesn't confirm. Most of the time, I would just tell you, and I don't know. Typically, when they got them mentioned like 1 through 9, somebody cooperating, somebody telling the story, somebody telling something in regards to this, but we won't know. So just like, just a reminder, in regards to this, the money trail is going to be very important. The state does allege that, all these illegal proceeds were, spent on, his lavish lifestyle, his $1.4 million condo, because he want to know if they're going to take his home and seize. And remember, they're saying he made over $4 million on this. I mean, they shut down the raffles, like they was trying to do, right? Like, it's crazy. I didn't bring all of this stuff up only because it's a sizzling Sunday and I didn't want to keep y'all long since I ain't do my 10 Chronicles. I may do my 10 Chronicles later, guys. But that's going to be really, really, really short. The reason why I did this is because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to show y'all the documents, and just so y'all can kind of like see where I'm getting this stuff. Yeah, SD, the attorney definitely should have known better. Now, when this comes up for trial, I have no clue. I don't know when it's going to happen. But hopefully, if these are things that he's guilty of, then yeah, we'll probably do that a little later. I think I got a couple things that I do want to update everybody up on. Yeah, this didn't have documents. I wouldn't have did this like this, but it had documents, and I thought it was kind of important that we kind of talk about it and y'all actually see it. Like, I ain't making this stuff up. When I seen this call, I was like, what the? Brandon, really quickly though, do you think I can go to the bank and get it out? The attorney say, whoa, stop. Do not have these conversations on this phone, Mr. Diller. Diller said, yes. If you don't want to get out of jail, then just talk freely. I don't care. That's on you, dog. But I'm letting you know, if you want to get out of jail, you better shut up. So SD, no, what happened is that he was they raided his businesses October of 2024, and I guess it must take time for things to go through the court system to get to a grand jury for an indictment. This guy was only in jail maybe 3 days before this call was recorded, right? But they were still probably collecting evidence on the DA's office, and the indictment came. It was made public over the weekend. I think like maybe Thursday or Friday, and so that's why it's like back in the news circuit right now, because the actual indictment and all the things that he's accused of are in the indictment, and you can actually read it for yourself. But they look like the grand jury indicted him on November the 21st. Somewhere around there. I think it was November the 21st. I can scroll up and see. So I don't know if he's gonna take it to trial or not. Yeah, November the 21st, 2025. So I think he's still out on bond. Yeah. I don't know if he's gonna plead out or not, but I would be interested in seeing it in court. I definitely would be interested in seeing it in court. But yeah, so I just really wanted to go through that with you guys. I'll probably I got a couple little hit little titles that I've seen over here. Yeah, we want him to take it to trial. Yeah, and that video that you seen that I played, SD, that was when he was in court, October of 2024. So you're absolutely right. So that's when he was in court, October 2024. It's to my understanding that I believe he's still out on bail. I think he's out on that $10,000 cash bond. I think they have seized all his stuff. So they had to do a GoFundMe to raise money, guys. Just so y'all know, like they did a GoFundMe to raise money to try to, I guess, to get that 10K up. Yeah, so yeah, it'd be interesting because I wonder who this DA is and where they work for, and interesting. And will, like, can we make sure that Fulton County don't mess it up? Because I promise you guys, like, if he's really guilty of what's alleged in this indictment, that is just disgusting and it's stupid. I don't have any other way to put it, but besides disgusting and stupid, because one, you could have went to school. You could have got you a degree. Like you were already smart. Like you knew all the background. You knew all the stuff. You knew all of you knew this stuff, right? So you could have did that on your own. But he didn't. He decided, I don't know why he decided this. Like it don't make sense. And then when people were calling and complaining about what you had did in their mouth, instead of you trying to take some initiative, because I'm promising you guys, this came from something bigger. This probably came from people, because they're not just finding these. I don't think Atlanta is pretty big. They got a lot of cosmetic surgery. What happened is they were doing people's mouths, they were doing it wrong. When people were calling back and complaining, what you can see in this complaint, after complaint, after complaint, after complaint, after complaint, after complaint, when we talking about all these 80 complaints from people, they were calling. They were trying to get their mouth fixed. They were trying to get stuff fixed. And they were just, hey, we got your money. We done with you. That's what they were doing. And that's probably why they got caught, because people probably started calling the attorney general, looking into them. I ain't trying to tell people how to crime, but if you gonna do it, don't. I mean, they done moved on to the next mouth trying to get the next person money. Meanwhile, in between time, you got this person back here that they like, well, you know, you done messed up my mouth. I'm telling you, this is probably how, because if they would have just kept a low cover, right? Don't do that. Don't pay me no attention. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to Take It to Trial, or you'll really be taking it to trial. Look, you'll really be taking it to trial, messing around with me. So I guess the best thing is that, like I said, this is not a stream, whether he's guilty, whether they're innocent tonight. All we know is what they have been charged with, what this indictment reads. And I'll keep a close eye on it. If anything breaks, or if they have any preliminary hearings, you know, because we can get a lot of information from a preliminary hearing. It's not the actual hearing, just in case they decide that they want to plea out and save them some tax money, right? But we'll see. Okay, well, I think that's it for me, and I will get ready. Maybe I'll go jump in the tent right now. I got to keep the streams separate, but maybe I can jump in the tent and see what's going on. See what's going on with my life today. I think I got a couple things, but we can go over it. At least I won't have to show any documents. I'm so glad that you were able to be here too, Barb. Fun times. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody hanging out. Thanks to the mods. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to everybody hanging out with me. And I'll do a 10 Chronicle. I am going to, let's see. I'll put something together for us, a 10 Chronicle. I'll get something together. I just don't know if I'm going to do it right this second. Maybe I can do it this second. I can. I can. And go on my tent, and then that way I can give y'all my other little pointers and get us set up for next week. Okay? He say, see y'all at the tent revival. Yeah, we're going to go to the tent revival. That's what we're going to call it. Trashy tent. Trashy tent talk. So I can cuss and fuss. All right, guys. I will see y'all at the tent.
When Sweet Pea taps in, you know the courtroom lights go bright. Trials running long, but the family's here every night. Mars on patrol, chat is showing out. This little YouTube corner's what community's about. Therapist you know, steady holding down the floor. Behind the scenes magician, keeping peace like never before. A bandit king, a rule keeper too. Every channel dreams of a mom like you. Jason walks in and the ladies lose control. Down to earth king with the warmest soul. Film freaks, kindness, man, it's always on display. Fair and sweet and cheering folks along the way. And Marilia from SA keeps the laughter rolling free. Joking, shining, keeping spirits where they need to be. We're family in the chat, side by side through every trial. Sweet Pea leads the way with that fire and that smile. We debate, we laugh, we lift each other higher. This courtroom crew is everything we admire. Yeah, no matter what the case so far, we're forever taken to trial. Take it to trial. Pretty brown girl, she'll tell you what's true. Sharp as a gavel, funniest in the room. Dr. Rachel pops in while she's busy running lines. Speaks her mind every time, cuts through like a knife. And Fowler brings the energy, jokes flying fast. Helping Sweet Pea backstage, making every stream last. Then Zach strolls and causing chaos just for fun. The resident cheater, but we love him, everyone. Here comes Maddie, handsome, quick with the line. A comedy sniper with the perfect timing. And Lynn with the updates, always loyal, always tuned. If true crime news drops, he brings it to the room. We're a family in the chat, side by side through every trial. Sweet Pea leads the way with that fire and that smile. We debate, we laugh, we lift each other higher. This courtroom crew is everything we admire. Yeah, no matter what the case so far, we're forever taken to trial. Take it to trial. Shamrock courtroom fog. In Brooklyn in the house, always bringing that spark. Lighting up the chat like a shout in the dark. Barker loves her grand, speaks truth when it's time. Micrograms with metaphors straight up sublime. Barbara biggest supporter, heart kind of vast. Looking for missing kids, hope to truly last. Only fan from Singapore, flag name but sweet. Still shows up with love every time he takes a seat. And even the part-timers keep this place alive. Curvio, Irish Amy, Capri Law, Hellcat, our tribe. Hearts wide open, stories shared, holding space because we care. From every corner of the world we climb to spend these nights together, one trial at a time. We're a family in the chat, side by side through every trial. Sweet Pea leads the way with that fire and that smile. Mods and shatters, yeah, this love is something rare. A courtroom crew with hearts beyond compare. No matter what the case or file, we're forever taken to trial. To Sweet Pea and the mods in the chat we adore. This isn't just a channel, it's a family. And we couldn't ask for more.
Okay, I'm going to give me a drink and I'll meet y'all in the tent.